Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, gamers, I guess, depending on where you're watching this and what time you see this video. Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm Gregory. This is 1 in 20 D&D. This is going to be DnDaily number 83. This is a daily vlog that I've been doing for the past 83-ish days, and we're talking about D&D and RPGs in general. I try to share tips, tricks, insights, and such into gaming and the gaming community, as well as every Monday I've been doing a mental health Monday for gamers, essentially trying to focus in on, things that we gamers might experience in our lives, stresses, challenges, and so forth, and then try to give some tips and advice from my expertise as a certified hypnotherapist and personal development coach. So, hey, if any of that sounds kind of cool, check out the subscription down in one of these two corners. Or just go here and follow me. This is weird. How do people do that? I see these, everybody looks like a pro. They're like, right here, check this video out. And it just pops up like genius stuff. Okay, so let me try this. No, I'm pointing the wrong way still. Okay, so follow me on those. That was silliness. Hey, check this out. There's 5 days left for the Vox Machina animated Kickstarter for Critical Role. They're like a hair below 9,600,000. They have 5 days left basically to raise $400,000. There's already how many was it? 71,500, almost 600 backers. So nearly 72,000 backers on Kickstarter. I think they're gonna hit 10 million. I really hope so. I want to see it happen. If I could, I would donate 400,000. Wouldn't that be awesome to be that kind of a backer? So hey, there's another Kickstarter I checked out today. I just saw it this morning. Totally different. So this is called Team Reroll, and they're doing a really cool thing where you can essentially it's a character tracker, but you can also do digital pixel art for your character. And it looks really cool. It's like, sort of like Dwarven Forge, if you know what that is, where you can go online and you can design a custom mini in their software, and then they will actually print it out for you. This is similar, not exactly the same, because there's basically you're gonna have it's a digital image, but they have a couple cool stretch goals. If they hit 20,000. I think it was 20,000. Then there's going to add a function where you can create a Roll20 token with your character. That's baller. I mean, that's really cool. I love creating Roll20 tokens myself. I go and find art that I really dig, and I use that stuff. But custom art that is there's no worries about copyright or trademark or any of that kind of stuff is kind of cool. I would love to see that function be available, but I just think it's a cool Kickstarter. I'm going to link the information for it in the information below, but if you just want to go search on your own, look for Team Reroll, Reroll. So there you go for that. That's my little insight into the industry today and what I am aware of in the background news. I'm gonna fix my headset here. I'm gonna do it again. Alright, I did that because I was afraid it would go and I just don't want that to happen for y'all. So I try to do these in one take. I know I can put a lot of time into editing these and making them slick and sexy and all that. And occasionally I will do little tiny bits of editing. But the bottom line is I'm trying to give you guys an insight into my world without buffer, without any kind of stopgap between my thoughts, who I am, and what I want to share. So I'm trying to do these without editing. So they're rough around the edges. But I've also been talking about upping my game. So I'm putting a lot of thought into this, and we'll see what happens over the coming weeks. Speaking, I have a question. So I mentioned Roll20 tokens a moment ago, and something was in my mind this morning. This is more about like actual play kind of stuff, not so much like I don't think I'm going to talk about like the things I have been, which is kind of like, oh, this streaming game here or that streaming game there. I actually want to play like, or excuse me, I actually want to talk about really playing the game today. Do y'all use Roll20? And if so, would it be helpful to you guys? There's some stuff out there like tutorials for Roll20 and that kind of thing, but I don't know. So I've watched some, but there's lots of stuff that like Roll20 keeps updating and changing, and so things are different and maybe they're awkward to figure out. So would you guys like to know about how I use Roll20? Is that even something that interests you? It would really help me if you could let me know what your experience is with Roll20 in the comments. Leave me a message or a question. Or conversely, if you have experience with Fantasy Grounds, I'd really love to hear from you, because I have seen Fantasy Grounds, like I've seen like demo videos of Fantasy Grounds, and I've seen some cast like Twitch streams, I think, that were using Fantasy Grounds, but I haven't tried it myself, and I really want to. It looks like it's an awesome system, so I'm super curious about how that goes. So I'd love to hear from y'all. I got stuff to. I'm gonna check out the chain this weekend. I finished up this week's Critical Role, which was kind of a slower session. They did a bunch of like it was more of a shopping session, if you know what that means, and they did do a little bit of role playing, which was fun. They met some new NPCs and so forth, and looks like next week they're going to be spoiler if you haven't watched it yet. It looks like next week they're going to be fighting some giants, so we'll see how that goes. So I'm definitely going to dig into the chain this weekend and watch the latest session. And I think I figured it out. I think the chain releases on YouTube on Friday afternoon sometime. Maybe early evening or whatever. It's like Friday afternoon, I think. So, but I gotta I really hope maybe this week I'll be able to do it. I gotta make time and effort for this. I want to watch their show live and see what it's like to be able to watch the two streams, because they have the stream with the players, so it's talking heads just like this video you're watching right now, but they also stream the technical, like they have a technical stream. Oh boy, words, Their technical stream has it's like close-ups of the minis and a view of the map and that kind of stuff. So I really want to see what that looks like live. I mean, that's got to be kind of cool. Anyway, I don't really have much else to say today. I am going to work on editing some new stuff for y'all and putting out that next Battletech RPG video ASAP, as well as more Agic, which we're having lots of fun in Agic lately, so lots more to talk about there. And I just realized there's one last thing I'm going to leave with, because I read something and I saw something in a tweet that made me think about this, and one of the things that's great about D&D, we've experienced this recently in our Wednesday nights game recently as well. D&D has this amazing ability to revert us to like teens and tweens at the drop of a hat. Like you're playing a game in the middle with adults, and all of a sudden like you're 12-year-olds again. You make goofy jokes. You are, reduced to silly puns and all kinds of oddities that make you feel like you're 12 again. So is D&D the elixir of youth? It keeps us young. It keeps us in our imagination, so therefore it keeps us young? Inquiring minds want to know. I hope I get to see you at a table someday. Until then, make sure all your dice are max. Keep rolling 20s. And remember, it's your game. Play your way.